back live video. My spectacles, I got my charger. I even get the freaking fan on because it's hot in the summertime. So, today we are talking not old age. We're going to talk about what do you guys think about ending property taxes? Huge but. It's called government corruption. As we all know, I'm telling you, really, the government gets his teeth into something and that source of money, they don't ever let go. So I'm telling you, all these people that think, oh, we can end it with some writing a petition or something like that. Truthfully, I am a conspiracy theorist, and there's lots of levels to that. So number one, I don't want to be the spokesman, that's for sure, because lots of reasons. First things first, too much corruption. I've seen it in Massachusetts. The people vote things in and they think they're doing good. And all of a sudden, the government, whoever's power that be in the state government says, yeah, the people voted for it. We're not going to do that. Done. That's it. I personally witnessed it and it's total corruption. I'm telling you, it's awful. And I was like in my 20s, I think, when I first saw this. It was repealing something, state income tax or something like that in Medford, Massachusetts back then. And like I said, the people got together and they finally voted everything to do it. And the corrupt city government just said, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to worry about it. And there's no teeth in it. And that is why I personally don't like to even deal with society, because it's all rigged against you. There's so many levels. And even if the whole thing, I tell you the truth, I didn't vote for Trump because I didn't vote, period. But I kind of am a Trump guy to a certain point. I like a lot of what he says. I like all the changes. I like digging up all this corruption. I love all that. And I think that's awesome. But I'm telling you, it is crazy because I've seen and witnessed at all levels. And like I said, what should have happened, I don't know what should have happened. There's no one to force the city government at that time to force them to do it. That is the problem. And people don't think about that. They don't think about the following steps. It's like, okay, great, awesome. You know, you do what you got to do. You do your petition, you talk to whoever. And I used to hear on the radio, oh, call your state government. To me, you are totally wasting your time because they know you're going to call. They have no choice but to leave them open. Some idiots will turn the phones off. Other than that, they just don't answer them. What is the big deal? All right, Spectacles, first person on here. How you doing? Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Okay. I am back. Absolutely. Just Marie, how are you? That was not a gesture. That was an itchy thing for you. So thank you. We're talking property taxes. Should they end for seniors? I say yay. And I was just talking, waiting for the first person to chime in. There's so much corruption about it. It's crazy. It really is. And you just, like I said, you just can't win. To be totally honest, I've seen it, even though nothing's proved, there's too much common sense and coincidences. If you get big enough and you get loud enough, they'll just kill you. And it doesn't have to be a shot. Your brakes can go out. You can get poisoned. They have a million ways to stop your voice from anything. It's not just the government. It's pharmaceuticals. Any big time company, the powers that be, will take your little ass out, and that's all there is to it. Yes, I don't know about that. The property tax thing in my Facebook feed. I guess I must have looked too much at it for a long time. I get a lot of that stuff. All you have to do is just stare at something for a little bit, and you keep getting more and more of that. God forbid you like it, because you keep getting more and more, and that's great. But I do think, hey, I'm older now. I don't know how old you are, Marie, but you get to 60 or 65, absolutely. There should be a bunch of reasons why stop property taxes. It's just, you got your house done, enough, you paid for it. The same with the car. You shouldn't, it's all corrupt and it's all just a money making scheme. There's not much we can do about it. I don't know about New Hampshire. I am new to the New Hampshire government and how they play their games. Um, it would lower rent prices. I don't know about that. Will it? That would be cool. Good for you if it lowers rent. Now, unless you can look at that at two different ways. Are you a renter saying, yay, it lowers rent prices? Or are you a landlord saying, no, it lowers rent prices? I'm just saying. If you don't have a greedy yes, well, hello, Deanna, be good. If you don't have a greedy landlord, I personally have never been an actual landlord, but I've in my job of pest control throughout 20 something years, I have dealt with scumbags, decent people, clueless people, and just slumlords and everything else. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I Again, I am not one of those people. My whole life, I like to stay off the government's radar. I don't vote. I don't do anything like that. I don't do civil service shit. I don't do any of that stuff. I wanna fly under the radar of life and make my money, do what I gotta do, enjoy my life. I don't want There's enough ways for them to get a hold of you. You're right, everybody has their opinion, absolutely. But I think the car thing, now look, when I was in Massachusetts, they had excise tax. If you don't know what excise tax is, you buy your car, and then one time a year they send you another tax. I don't know. You got used to paying it. It was like another slap in the head. It was say it was a $30,000 car, you got hit with like $600 excise tax. Um, you should. I think honestly, you should. Hey, Lisa. Everybody should want to stay off the radar because it is true. The squeaky wheel not only gets the grease, it attracts attention. And in 2025, nothing is off the table. Like I said, they can get to you in so many ways if you become loud enough. Look, I'm just like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Look at the guy who invented the water engine and was going to take it public. Right before he died, if you look it up, he said they poisoned me, they got to me. That's just one of many, many things that happens to people who are great, and you need people to champion themselves. But it's a risky business because, like I said, hello, Martin. They will just take your ass out, and you're nothing but an ant under the regime or the government or anything like that. So, like I said, if you've been listening to my videos, my new series coming back type videos, I am looking for a rural retirement. But in between homesteading and still, I want septic and water. So it's going to be a blend. I am in a community and I like it. But for the rest of my life, I can't have chickens. I can't have goats. I want that stuff. Not huge, just little small, I guess hobby farming stuff. That's what I call it. I did do some in aquaponics or aquaphonics gardening. The lettuce grew like crazy and it was awesome. It was fantastic. But being one person, you got to know yourself. Meaning, how often do I eat lettuce? That kind of stuff. So I had more lettuce than I knew what to do with. And the side room I had it in got a little hot, and I had to keep running water, and which is fine, water. But I did try to grow cucumbers and celery inside, and it just the stems were green. It just the lettuce took off, and I don't know. You're right. Grow what you like to eat. You are absolutely right. It's a trial and error thing. Um, I will do it again, absolutely. Like I said, the greens, I love all that stuff. You got to just try a trial and see. Exactly, you're right. I like to do potatoes, but all I need is one or two plants per each because you don't need more. I mean, I'm only one person and I don't eat that much, I guess. I don't know. Have you guys been growing stuff? And what do you think about getting rid of property taxes for seniors and any kind of excise taxes or interest or anything, whatever, not interest, any kind of car taxes? You buy your car and that's it, done. Don, hey, thanks for all the emails, dude. My building got sold to a new landlord. Oh, my rent went from $715 to $840 for a tiny studio. I don't know what the increases are. So, Don, what are your options in realistic life? Do you leave? Do you not sign another renter, whatever it's called? I forget what it's called. But what do you do? What are your options? Get rid of every taxes for seniors 80 and up. Now that's kind of old for me. I would like at least 65, 70, but that's me. Not because I'm getting close to it, but 80, I don't know. You're right, Lisa, you're right. I just, like I said, it's just starting to be talked about. So I'm amazed when I see shit happen, but you can't really believe what crosses the screen all the time because there's so many people, they just blurt out stuff for the clicks and likes, and they don't care what's going on. They don't care if it's true or not, and that's one of the bad things. So I don't know. I'm all for less taxes. I don't know enough about the tariffs. It sounds good. It takes the pressure, what I've understood it, off of us and on to other countries. I'm all for that. But the government will have you, like I said, everybody lies. Everybody lies or this misinformation type thing. And they'll tell you how tariffs are bad and it costs us money. But Trump will tell you tariffs are good. It's saving us money. I don't know who to believe. Now, I kept hearing that I've watched some of these channels that say we're getting a stimulus check. We're getting a stimulus check next week. It's coming on Tuesday. And I go, for who? Who's getting these checks? I haven't got a check yet. Missouri has what they call personal property tax. They tax your vehicle every year. I think that's like what we call in Massachusetts, not in New Hampshire, excise tax. But there's a catch. I was excited to learn that. Now, they don't technically have excise tax or sales tax in New Hampshire, but Your other tax to register the car, that's where they pile it on. So you're not missing out on much. Yes, you're not getting the extra tax, but it still makes the other taxes a little bit more. And I figured that out. And I was like, because, I'll be honest with you guys, unless you are uh, well versed in different countries, not countries, states and stuff like that, that a lot of people I talk to, they have no clue what's going on in another state. So many people now, Massachusetts, I think, is corrupt as can be. Now, what you didn't know, and I don't know if it matters, but the corruption is kept to a point in New Hampshire. Why, you say? Because no one can make a lot of money. Why? Because the government is part time. Because the longer you're there, the longer you can make money and make corruption and everything else. So they're not allowed. It's right in the rule books. Trust me, I've thought about running for office and this and that. Can you imagine this mug in office? Jesus. But anyways, it doesn't get a chance. Even though they do it, I think you make like 5,000, a year or something like that. It's something crazy. But in Massachusetts, you can do the same job and make $1 million that year. The corruption is just nuts. That's why people never leave their jobs and they do what they do. They hit you with the personal property car tax. That's nuts. Yeah, Maryland was hit hard too. Oh boy. That's just it. The taxes are going to keep coming. And I tell you, I honestly think if they can't get to Trump, they're going to bypass Trump. Like, say Trump takes away a tax, they're going to hit the little guy. And because they don't give a damn about you. And the faster you people realize that, I know you guys probably know, but the majority of people are just clueless. They're going about their lives and they just have no idea how many people are out to get them, how many hands are in their pockets. Ooh, jalapenos and ghost peppers. Ooh, baby, those are hot. I was just talking to someone about that this past week. I was trying to keep rabbits away or something like that. I think it was customer. But it's crazy because I just want to live my life. It's hard enough. I don't want to pay extra taxes. I don't do anything too crazy that, like I said, I fly under the radar. And I like that life. I think it's fine. Yeah, I hear it. Those ghost peppers are supposed to. They're always coming up with the hotter and hotter and hotter pepper, whether they mix them or whatever. But yeah, I heard. Look those up. I heard those ghost peppers are pretty nasty, if you can take it. I'm too much of a wimp for that stuff. Oh, you're a trucker. Okay. Okay, so let me ask you this, there, Don. I've been reading and listening. Are you scared to have the AI trucks? Are they going to put you out of business? What do you think? I'm asking a trucker, what is the word on the street, Don? If you're a trucker, I keep hearing that within 3 to 5 years, this is what I heard, that they're going to have the AI trucks and they're putting all the truckers out of business. They need new careers. Is this true? What are you hearing in your community of guys? Gen X Jacob. Yes, we did. That's right. There's a man right there. Go check out this guy's page, Gen X Jacob. He's the latest and greatest on AI stuff. I was thinking about you and I was watching some of your videos. I love all your videos, but I think you should do stuff like Jacob, AI, how it affects the truckers and how AI affects other people in like the normal people like us, and not just government and stuff. And that would be interesting. That just my throwing it out there. But yeah, live in Maryland, being taxed to death. Join the club. Richard, welcome, Richard. Glad you're back. I'm 68 and retired, and I have 2 used Camrys. Both run fine. Insurance has gone through the roof. You're right. Should sell and donate one of them. I don't know, guys. Everybody gets to live the way they want. And like I said before, I like to fly under the radar on a lot of stuff. Just because I don't want my name popping up on any list or nothing. Do you know? And I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to jinx myself. So back to something else. Let's see. Hogan left a surprise with the new governor. I don't know who Hogan is. Maryland. And put Maryland back in debt. I wonder, when Biden was in, and I know everybody cares about different stuff at different times. Thank you for the heart. I wonder how serious debt is for a state or a country, because even though it's not good, it seems to be like if they really want to, they can just, boom, make up that debt like it's nothing. And it's really not a big deal. I think they more use it as like a pawn to, I don't know, rile us up. Who knows? Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think? But, so yeah, Jacob, if you could expand on AI with all different other things, you're doing great. But for the little guy that's not as smart as you, I want to hear about how AI is infecting the trucking companies, the taxi companies, how it's involved in our schools, even the little guy like me doing pest control. I can't picture, I know they're not ready for robots to go into people's houses and do pest control yet. So I'm good till I retire. I'm pretty sure I'm safe. But they do. That's just it, Jacob. They do print money. We make our, again, I don't understand the full parts of it. We make and create our own money. How can we, and I know there's a level of balance, but how can we run out of money? We just print more. I know there's a balance of everything, but I don't understand that myself. Larry Hogan was our governor in Maryland before the current governor. He voted in. Now we have a huge deficit. I hear you. It goes from guy to guy to guy. It's rough. Like I said, I like a few things. I like some things that Trump's doing. If it saves me money and more money in my pocket, less bills, whoever does it, I'm for it. I have a series of videos on AI and the trades. Cool. I'll be listening. You're in my feed, baby. As soon as they come up, you drop in there. That's what I was saying, Sharon. Okay. But yeah, to me, Jacob, that's super interesting. Again, everything. Now, I was watching some video on, and tell me if this is out there, because I've been meaning to ask you this. Say you get on like ChatGPT. Could they or do they have a screen of a person generated by AI and it talks back to you, not just words? Do they have that? Because that's interesting. Then you could feel like you're talking to someone because it reacts to you. That's something I'm interested in. I know it's real, but it's artificial intelligence without having a robot in front of you. It's on your screen. You can talk to it. It reacts to you. It solves your problems. Exact same thing, just that there's a generated thing actually reacting to you. That's what I think is super interesting. Do they have that yet, Jacob? Or am I ahead of the curve? Well, Marie, maybe you're a brainiac too. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. That would be awesome. And I don't know what it's called. Jacob, if that's possible, write it down. Not write it down. Write it down here so I can write it down. I want to get one. They have the tech, but it's too expensive. Okay, I hear you. No, you're right. So, since you're an insider in that stuff, give me a time frame between they have the tech and getting it down priced enough. Are we talking a year, 10 years? Not in my lifetime? What do you think? To get that marketed so it just pops up on someone's app, and just like a regular app, it says your AI friend, and this is what it turns into. How soon before the normal guy gets that at a reasonable price? Because, you know, it's one thing to hear the words go across the screen, but when you can actually, I know they have the avatars, but when you can connect an avatar to responses in someone, that's pretty powerful. And I haven't heard too many people talk about it because people are going from ChatGPT to actual robots in their house. And I think that's the middle ground. I could be wrong. Let's see. As far as self-driving trucks, if it happens, better stay out. You're right. That scares the hell out of me. But Don, have you? Like I asked you a question. Will it affect you someday, or are you going to be retired? And have you heard about it in your industry? The little secrets, because everybody's in the industry, and I'm curious if you've heard something, like I said, remember, Don, remember when years ago, when they made you get this certain license? I was in my 20s. CDL, that's what it is. When they switched to the CDL, a lot of guys said, "Oh, forget it. I'm not going to do that stuff." Do you hear anything in the pipeline coming down? And what are you hearing? Christopher, how are you? Always glad to have as many people as possible listen to the kid, because I learn from you guys. Hopefully you learn from me. Questions, whatever we all, hey, right now it's 81 in New Hampshire, and all my yard work is done. Everything's inside. I just got some trash to take out, hopefully, and clean the house, normal stuff. Maybe make something. What time is it? 2:30. Make something small for dinner. I gotta get up early tomorrow morning. No big deal. But live shows. I went, if you're interested, I went walking and biking this morning. So I got 3 or 4 videos out in the woods on the path, and I'm gonna, not as long, but I'll be dropping them, mixing them in with the other videos I got. They're coming all this week. Every morning, guys. Let's see, 5 to 10 years, and my guess, there's not enough cheap electricity and computer power to handle it. Most AI companies are losing money hand over fist. So, again, Jacob, how do you make electricity cheaper? I'm curious. Is it more solar? Like, other than solar and wind, how else do you make? I'm picking your brain now, dude. How else do you make electricity cheap? That's what I'm wondering. Do they build more power plants? What is it? What's that little secret that nobody else knows? Nuclear. A lot of people are scared of nuclear. I guess I am, but because I know nothing about it. That's my thing. I just know about, you only hear about nuclear when something blows up, Hiroshima, or if that's whatever, I don't know what the hell it is. One of those things. I'm trying to find a loophole for property taxes. Find my Gen X compound. Good luck. Now, property taxes. My opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong, my plan is to, like I said, sell off this huge estate I got, probably drop down to, I like the prefab houses, but my problem is, if you look at New Hampshire, I'm at the bottom. I'd probably go halfway up because even though it's getting better winter wise, is less and less snow, I don't want to be shoveling, so I don't want to go too far up. And you got to look for uh, desolate towns. That's how you keep the property taxes that I figured out. At the data center, very small reactors. Interesting. Jacob, when will you have another live stream with an 8 ball and Hal? No, I saw the one with Hal. That's cool. Frenchie, hey, how you doing? But, you know, the AI thing is just fascinating to me. But it all ties into how can I save money? I mean, give me 1 second, guys. I'll show you. So, again, this right here, a solar light bulb, solar panels on it. I love it. It's got a screw on it. I use this because I'm a cheap guy. I use this in my bathroom. Certain places in my house, I got all different types. This one, if it doesn't say, let me see if I could even get it out there. LED something. I don't know the name brand. I know someone's going to ask about name brands. Just punch up solar LEDs. But I use those all over the place in my house for mainly nighttime visits to the bathroom, the kitchen. If I got to jump in or something or do something, I don't use the light. I use sunlight generated into electricity. I have them all over my place. I love it. Yeah, I hear you. Well, you got to keep looking. Is it tough trying to get a job, Jacob, in your field? Lisa, I love the solar light bulbs. They're a gift. Now, they don't last forever, though. I have a bunch on emergency, but they filter through, and all of a sudden you're using them, and boom, they just don't work. Self-driving trucks rolling now. It is a problem after another. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Jacob, I like something that's going to save me money. So when I look on Amazon, I punch in a couple words and just scroll up and see what's going on. What I did find out, the lights that you recharge, and not all of them, that you recharge, okay, don't last as long as the battery ones. That's just my opinion. But the solar ones, I've only had one or two conk out on me, and they're just backups, and it's great. So with Trump back in the thing, how come we don't have a coal-fired plant in the United States, or do we? I have no idea. I assume we do. How come we don't have more of them? Christopher. Yeah, it's interesting. I have 3 solar lights with my hurricane supply kit. Like I said, yeah, MS, they're awesome. Glad to have you. Absolutely awesome. I have all different. Every time I hit a store, if they're reasonably priced, I jump in and grab a few. You know, like I said, I think they're awesome, and they're great. You know, I mean, it really is. When you're in a pinch, it's gold. What else do I got? I thought I had something else. I don't have it with me. You know what I was trying to do? And I'm going to show you guys this. This is where my tech stuff goes. I forget what they're called, the little steam engines, okay? I wanted to convert this into something else and just, I noticed one thing. They only give you a flimsy little braking thing, but if you could change this into something and have that little engine pump out, either charge the phone or something else, because this little engine is awesome. It just pumps away and it's just friggin' wild. And they fascinate the hell out of me. And now, even though it burns a little bit there and pumps it up, I think they're friggin' awesome. Stirling engines, that's what they're called, I think. Anyone going to answer my question, Jacob? What was your question? I'm sorry. Just Marie. Yes, I have solar powered. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am, as you probably know, if you've watched my channel, the solar generators. And I also have, I think they're called, is it kerosene? K1 kerosene heaters. I have not used them yet, but they're sitting ready to go. I got a huge one and a medium one, just because they're like a backup of a backup. I like to have a plan A, B, and C going through life. Just Marie, ask your question again because I missed it unless someone else answered it. But like I said, this is my part of Nerdville, is to grab one of these Stirling engines and convert it into a little power plant. That's what I think would be really cool. Right now, they're just awesome little pieces. I think they're great. I got like, what do I got, 3 or 4 of them? One, what the hell is it? 1, 2, 3. I think I got like 4 of them. I don't know. Let's see. Computer chips. They use AI. Very powerful. Need a ton of electricity to run. Okay, someone must have answered you. Lots of water to cool air conditioning is not effective enough. That's another thing. I didn't buy. I thought about buying one of those fans from like the solar generator fans for the battery. I don't know how they would be. It's $100 for the cheapest one I've seen, and I thought I saw one that only ran an hour. I wasn't sure. I kind of waited on it, but if they can come up with some kind of batteries, need to be better and more efficient. Wow, you are a wealth of information, Mr. Jacob. Jeez. Hallelujah there, Christopher. Absolutely. I would love that myself. Now, me, 1.5 acres, I know. How much do you need? I would like 3 to 5 acres with 1 acre or half acre cleared and a long road in. That's my style because I like the sun and I don't want trees near my place just in case they fall. It's a pain in the neck. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Jacob. Jacob, say it isn't so. Not you. You're not a nerd. Come on. We all have, well, I can't say everybody. A lot of us have that nerd in them. I like I said, the Stirling engines, I think they're wild. But I love being self-sufficient. In fact, my electricity bill, I got it down to $40 a month, and of course they hit me with the $42 charge on top of my $40 to get it to me. So it's like $85. It's like, people, you're killing me. You should be ashamed of yourself 50 acres, absolutely. Hmm. So I'm an idiot now. Just Marie. Um, Data centers do what again? I know there's something to do with computers. What that just enlighten me. I'm not sure, so I really want to know. Data centers help with what? What do they do? But I tell you guys, um, just because. So is this true? There are entire neighborhoods that get torn down just to build data centers. Really? That's happening a lot right now and not being reported much in the news. So, Jacob, again, enlighten the stupid here. What exactly are data centers? And how will they help us or hurt us? That's kind of what I want to know. Because I hear you, you know. You know, I'm in a good area, and obviously, when I came from Massachusetts to New Hampshire, it's funny how when you make a move, all of a sudden, when you make a move, now if you're smart, you buy across. I mean, you buy down or whatever. I'm on the back end of my life. I'm trying to keep things low priced and this. Anyways, I can't afford to go back to Massachusetts. That's how expensive it gets gotten. Ah, eminent domain. I hear you. Ooh, that's a horrible, excuse me, horrible word. Are where websites live is what's driving the massive growth in data centers. So data centers sound like they use up a lot of electricity. Hmm, interesting. Interesting. You know, I work with the 70s, early 70s guy, and he's as dinosaur as you can be. And he gets upset at all this stuff. And I just keep telling him, dude, just live your life. Don't even worry about giving yourself a heart attack. Just enjoy your life. However much time you got, enjoy it. You're not going to change nothing. That's all. Not you. I know. You know, they just take out. At least if they give you a fair price or whatever, I mean, it's something. But you're right. It's not right. Yeah, maybe. Uh, Unfortunately, you don't really even truly own your house because you're right. You're right. You know, like I said before, I want to downsize a little more freedom. See, I call it escaping society. Society, you're here. Society keeps creeping in. You got to move further out, and it's a shame. But I remember I was looking at a house years ago, and I asked. It was an old mom and dad. Their kids were gone, and they said I asked them. They were like 25 acres, and it was in just a country area, not really rural. And I asked him, I said, why are you moving? Such a great place. And he leaned in and said, society's getting too close. That's all there is to it. It's too close for us. It's not what we want. So we're all set, gonna cash out and keep moving up. And you keep buying your 20 years away. And sometimes I tell you, as rural as I am right now, a couple streets over, a buddy of mine that lives up there said he someone bought out a big tract of land and they're going to start putting up houses. So, good and bad. More houses, bad for us, but good if you're looking to sell. Everybody's prices go up. So, like I said, if I can cash out, like I'm only thinking 4 years until I want to give me my pension, whatever I can, government, Social Security, whatever, and I'm cashing out and get a part-time job, and I want to sit in my porch and whittle in my recliner or whatever. I just want to live my life out there. What's up, guys? Sorry, the stupid thing heated up. Had to give a breakdown. I was looking for my little fan. I got one thing I wasn't prepared for. But anyways, I'm back. Yeah, I know it's a pain, but I should have been even more prepared than I was. But shit happens. So, where were we? Data centers. Yeah, we lost them. Oh well. But I'm back. See what's going on. So, like I said, just honestly, my advice for anybody is just keep on enjoying your life. Try not to get stuff. Don't let stuff get to you. Because I see too many people that build it up and it's like, it's not good, it's not healthy, it ain't right. You're not really going to change nothing. Live a quiet life. That's the best bet you can get out of life and see what's going on. Other than that, I myself am going to keep saving money and right to the very end. Absolutely. In fact, I might actually say, put a few of these inside my casket. I'm getting cremated anyways. It's cheaper. Like I said, that's the other thing. I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated, put with my mom and dad. Other than that, it's cheaper. Whoever gets this gets this. Oh, absolutely not, Lisa. I've seen so many people get stressed out. It's just crazy. And I don't know. And they can't help themselves. That's all I can think of. They just can't help themselves. And I go, why do you do that to yourself? It just isn't worth it. Guys, we're coming up. We got 10 more minutes. Good hour. I don't know if the connection was good or bad this time or what, but put the old Sterling engine back over here. Other than that, guys, everything's going good in my life. How is everybody else? All right. So Lisa, my other channels, I'm not really putting any time into. Still buried in an urn or scattered. I'm gonna be hopefully. I don't know what I want to be buried in. Because wait a second. I might say bury me in a Pepsi bottle. Because do you know how much they want for those urns? They give you a box anyways. I was with my mother. They give you a box and that was it. And I said, that's fine. But I don't know. I don't want you. You can go there. It's in the post. Scroll down through the post. They're in there. But I'm really not producing anything on there. I'm doing over here, really. Pretty soon it's going to be Christmas and I know, Lisa. Hey, I'll take the heat and heavy rain over the snow. That's just me. I know. I hear a lot of that, Jacob. But, I don't have too many vices, kid. I drink soda, but when I went to the doctors, passed everything, no high cholesterol, no nothing, no high blood pressure. I just still do all my herbal stuff, so I'm doing okay. I got to have something. That's right, Pepsi bottle urn. That's me. Unless I figure something else out, put me in here with a little bit of Pepsi in it. There's the trick right there. I don't know. I like Coke too, but I like the sweetness of Pepsi, I guess. Steven, I do like my new car. Absolutely. Did I already tell you? I forgot. I got a Honda Civic 2024, I think. Yeah, I think it's 20. It's still new. It only had 6,000 miles. I love it. The Prius was fine. It went up to, it was right at 100,000. And it just didn't have all the bells and whistles. And I figured, my next car, I want the bells and whistles. So I got the Touring with all the bells and whistles, the sunroof, all heated seats, all that crap. I love the stereo. I'm Gen X, so I cranked the 80s at 8 or whatever, and on the way home and back and home and back, and I like it. It's Summerween. Oh, you're right. Have you noticed that, at least, Marie? All the stores have Halloween stuff now. It's white. Color is white. I like white. Yeah, I know, but it's fine. Uh, my next car, I'll probably run this one until 100. I like to change things up. I don't like things to get too stale. Now, 4 years though, say I keep it for 4 years, I'm gonna be ready to be up and more higher. So I'm gonna probably get either a Jeep or some kind of SUV. Yeah, I know, Marie. So I hear you. But I was talking. I don't know how old you are, Marie, but I was talking to one of the guys in the store, and I noticed. I said, "Have you noticed the Halloween stuff is a lot less scary this year?" And he went, "Yeah, you're right. Is this a trend? Are they making them wishy-washy? What the hell's going on?" Blue, green, gray colors for me. That's cool. I saw a video on, and it looks kind of true. They don't make bright colors anymore. A lot of grays, whites, blacks, beiges, a lot of that stuff. I don't know why. Oh yeah. Well, I tell you the truth. Because I got brand new tires on this thing, I'm gonna have to wait. But I was fine. See, when it snows, I got an hour drive. I'm just not going to work. Period. That's all there is to it. Or snowstorms and stuff. I won't go out. Other than that, I put a pair of good winter, not winter, but all season tires, and I was fine. These tires are like, I call it my sports car because they got low profile stuff and the bumpy ride and this and that. It's okay, but it's like I said, as soon as I need tires, I'll switch them out. Is that true though, Jacob? Those are the color, but still, if I think they should do. They definitely should have more colors as an option. That's my more options, the better. I know. It stinks. I'm a bright color guy. Not that I want it all the time. Like I said, I like white. It's fine. My last couple of cars were gray and silver or something like that. Although I like silver too. It really is the car. Certain cars, you get certain things, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, coming up on, we got 5 more minutes. I just want to wish Jacob good job hunting. Good luck, dude. I will be watching your channel. Everybody watch Gen X Jacob's AI stuff. Great information. Go ahead and give him a look. Give him a like. Subscribe. He's got a lot of great information. Absolutely. Let's grow his channel even more. I haven't checked up on you. Are you at 20,000 yet? Are you at 10,000? I don't know where you are. I thought you were at 10,000 or 9,000 or something. I forget. I know, I hear you. I know I wasn't in contact with Jacob that much at all during my hiatus, but I was just busy doing other stuff. I randomly do, when you get suspended, You gotta like plan for this, that, and the other thing. Not that I was making tons of money off this, but still. That's it. 2,200. I mean, that's probably great. You'd be at like 10,000 by now. Even my channel, this channel back again. Lucky I'm at 10,000, but it's growing slow. Hey, I don't know it all. I tell people I like to help people out, and I'll say like I said, Jacob's channel is awesome, but to me, I'm not against you, guy. You get a little technical, and your commoners. They'll leave the commoners like, oh boy, what the hell did he say? Or like when I watch a channel, sometimes I'll say, I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. That's why I say I don't know anybody else is doing AI channels. That's why come down to stay what you're doing every once in a while, the common stuff. You know, AI. How's AI doing this and all the little stuff? I think it picked up a lot more people. I am glad to be back. Absolutely. Good afternoon, Norman. Is there thunderstorms today? I didn't see it. Maybe about 3 or 4. Oklahoma. Yeah, I know. It's pretty free to a point, New Hampshire. And they got a ton of snow compared to what I did. And I got to figure out where she is and probably halfway. Then on top of that, whenever I'm talking about retirement, by then I'm hoping that's 4 years away. I'm hoping New England has turned to Florida by then. That's just me. I don't know, guys. Another day, another couple cents. I think I was looking at my earnings, and I'm up to like $13 so far. So I'm not going to make the $100 cutoff. Jacob, is just about that time. Sorry to get cut off. I just want to come back on and say thank you to everybody, and have a great night. And videos are dropping every single week during the week, and hopefully we can do another live show Sunday. Anybody wants to ask me something, drop a line. I will always answer you. Again, thank you, Jacob. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a good weekend. See ya.